welcome to Renee Holden Marketing, where we talk about lead generation, marketing strategies to help your business grow. My name is Renee, I'm a marketing specialist, and today we're going to be talking about how to do a voice of the customer interview. So last week we talked about audience research and a couple of steps you can do to learn more about who your target audience is. And today we're going to dive a little deeper into a topic that falls under audience research, which is understanding the voice of your customer. Now, the difference between the voice of the customer and some of the other audience research strategies is the voice of the customer really focuses on the details of the pain points that your customers have and their exact phrases and words they use to describe some of those problems. To learn how to do these voice of the customer interviews with either your clients or your target audience, prospective customers, I'm going to walk you through on my computer screen exactly the first steps I would take when preparing to do a voice of the customer interview. So if that sounds like something that interests you, stay tuned and we'll get started. So I wanted to start off with reviewing a couple of templates that could be helpful for a customer interview, which is what you'd want to do if you're trying to get the voice of the customer. So the first is a target audience template. So these templates are available on my website, reneeholden.com, but they could be used as, the basic outline of questions that you want to ask your customer or prospect customer when you're trying to do the voice of the customer. So maybe not sending this to them exactly, but kind of keeping these in your head as the business owner trying to understand your customer. So asking questions like what problems they were trying to solve when they maybe reached out to you or when they bought from you, pain points that they're having, how they're currently handling a problem, the value and benefits that they're trying to get from your product or service. You can also review before having a voice of the customer interview. You can review some of their social media, so understanding what channels they're using, how many followers they have, how much engagement they're getting from their social media can really help you tailor questions based on their specific situation. And then also I included this market research template. So this is kind of a high-level understanding of whatever market your customer is in and kind of figuring out, hey, is there any other companies that could be affecting my customer's strategy? What is in the market right now? What are the trends? How does my customer compete with these trends? So another tool that you can use when you're maybe not able to get in the room with the customer, this is creating a survey. I always create surveys with SurveyMonkey because it's free and super easy. And they have a lot of different resources and templates that you can use. So I wanted to just highlight that tool, topics that they are still confused about, goals that they want to reach. And when you're creating these surveys, I highly recommend doing a mix of multiple choice questions as well as fill in the blank questions. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to go over really quick was 2 different websites and how voice of the customer can influence brand strategy, and also you can just see it on many businesses' websites. So I wanted to compare 2 super popular coffee chains, so Starbucks and Dunkin Donuts. I'm sure we've all heard of these chains and right off the bat have some assumptions about it and can think of kind of who the typical Starbucks goer is versus the typical Dunkin Donuts goer. And a couple of things I wanted to highlight on here was, first, when we're looking at the Starbucks website, we're seeing a lot of green, and we have this Happy Meatless Mondays promotion. So what can we infer from that? Maybe their customers are on the healthy side. Maybe they want to seem environmentally conscious. So those are things that you would be able to pick up in a voice of the customer interview. So understanding, is my customer looking to be environmentally friendly? Is that important for their messaging? Is a meat-free diet to Starbucks clearly has a portion of their customers who this resonates with. I also thought it was interesting that they have this under 200 calories promotion as well. So health is almost definitely a concern of Starbucks customers. So let's think about this messaging and the kind of person this messaging would resonate with versus the Dunkin customer. So Dunkin customer, I think Dunkin Donuts is probably more well known for like coffee on the run. These are busy people on their way to work, and that has definitely been intertwined into their messaging. So we have a person running here, and their subheader on their title page is on every Dunkin run. So that just signifies they know the situations their customers are in when they're purchasing the coffee. These are just some of the examples of how understanding the details of your customer and how they interact with your product or service can play a big role in messaging. Okay, so that kind of wraps up how to do a voice of the customer interview, templates that you can create, and how the voice of the customer is used for brand messaging. So if you're interested in content on lead generation strategies and more content on voice of the customer strategies, go ahead and check out the blog post below on reneeholden.com and subscribe if you're interested for more. Thank you. Bye.